Charnel, aka Charlicious902. I figured I would start off my YouTube channel with a little Q&A just for you guys to get to know me a little bit before I kind of expose my whole life to y'all. So I had some of my friends like send me some questions that they thought that y'all would want to know about me, and also things like that they'd want to know about me that maybe they don't necessarily know already themselves. So that's kind of where we're going to start. Don't mind the whole get up. Like, I really wasn't trying to do a whole lot today, as we are in quarantine at the moment, due to the coronavirus. I know, y'all, it's been rough out here in these streets, like real rough, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So I figured like I would start a YouTube channel just to kind of kill some time, and also like it's just my personality. Like, I'm a talker. Like, I just feel like I just love stuff like this, and like in my spare time, like I watch a lot of YouTube people. I follow a lot of YouTube people, so this is just something I want to kind of get started on. Okay. First and foremost, I know you hardcore YouTube watchers are probably wondering, like, girl, this girl's video is a little ratchet, like a little rusty around the edges. Yeah, it is, y'all. I don't have a ring light. Number one, first fail. Number two, I'm using like a straight up web camera on my laptop. Like, I don't have an actual camera, so, you know, the struggle be real with those. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, so I'm gonna do it the way I gotta do it. You gotta start at the bottom and get to the top, right? Okay, so some people have some questions for me, so I'm gonna answer those questions. You will see me like looking down a lot, and also with the stupid camera, the where it's located is like in a weird place. So yeah, I might be like looking down here, looking over there, blah blah blah. But you know what? Just follow through with it. So one of the first questions, like, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? So I always like wanted to be like a talk show host, or do something that involved me interacting with like the public, and like on a different level other than just like the straight, like, I guess person to person contact. Like, I'd like to talk to people. I am a talker. It's mad natural. I ramble a lot, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of like what made me want to start YouTube. And also, like, I really enjoy it myself. It's like one of my own personal things that I do in my spare time. I have my favorite YouTubers and I watch them a lot, and yeah, so that's kind of where that goes. I want to share a few things with y'all. So another question I have is like, what's something people don't know about you? So like, something people don't know about me, and I don't even know if a lot of my friends know this about me, but I actually auditioned for season 2 of Canada's Big Brother. I know, right? Yeah, because like I said, I'm just like a people person. I feel like I'd be banging at that game. Like, I really feel like I do. Like, even though statistically shown on that show, my bad, y'all, but I gotta say it. I just gotta speak the obvious that everyone knows. The colored people, the black people, are usually eliminated in the first couple episodes. But I thought I'd give it a try anyway. So I auditioned for the show. Clearly, you guys never see me on TV, so safe to say I didn't make it. But yeah, that's something people don't really know about me. What else? Let me just take a look here on the trusty phone. Trusty. Another question: if I could live anywhere, where would it be? So recently, I just took my first international trip. I know, guys, a little late, but figured I would. Better late than never, right? So I just took my first trip to Jamaica. Love it there. But somewhere I'd like to live, I think California. Just because it's nice there, like, pretty much all year round. And it just looks amazing there. And also their fashion there. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell by the get up I have on today, but I actually really am into fashion and stuff like that. So I like that their fashion doesn't really have limitations on it. Whereas where I'm from, if I wore some of the stuff that I seen girls from Cali rock, and people would look at me like I was like completely weird. So that's where I'd want to live. What's my biggest fear? So my biggest fear is, well, I have two. The first one kind of coincides with the second one. So my biggest fear is flying. I hate flying. I don't know why. I just don't like it. I'm not scared of heights. Like, if I go to the amusement park, I'll get on all the stuff. But I do not like to fly. I think it's the idea of, if something were to go wrong on that plane, there is no way I can save myself. No way. So I think losing control causes me anxiety. And when I'm on a plane, I literally have to put all of my control into somebody else's hands and hope and pray that they don't F it up. Which is something I find hard in everyday life, to give someone else control. So, you know how that is. My other fear is just dying in general. I know it's a fact of life, like, we have to, like, everyone's got to go at some point, but I just want to fab. So if anybody comes into some type of supplement that you can give people for eternal life, I'm down. I'm down with the get down. Okay. What would I change about myself if I could? So what I always try to be a strong believer on is be who you are unapologetically. So, I mean, everybody has, like, insecurities, but I believe that everything that I'm insecure about makes me who I am today. So without having those things that I was insecure about, I wouldn't be who I am and have the confidence that I have. So I'm going to say I wouldn't change anything. And I mean that in the humblest way, not being cocky at all. What motivates me to work hard? I am a mom, so my son motivates me to work hard and try to do the best that I can do at everything that I do. Yeah, and also I don't like to fail. I hate failing, even though I know that failing is a part of growth. But I try to go hard at whatever it is that I do, and sometimes I think it's to a fault. I may go a little too hard, and then I can't stick it out or complete that because I put too much pressure on myself. But yeah, definitely my son's like what motivates me to try to do better. Y'all that have kids can probably relate to that. And let's see. What's my favorite thing about my career? So, my career, I guess I could probably tell you guys what I do for a career. So, I'm actually a ward clerk at a women's and children's hospital, and I work in the labor and delivery department. So, it's just, I like to learn. So, I'm somebody who really enjoys learning. So, at my job, I really enjoy, like, I'm blessed that I have a good team that I work with. Like, everyone on our team is, like, very supportive of the other person, and I also, like, love what I do. So, like, that makes it very easy to do my job. I can't really say what I love the most because I love my career. Like, there's nothing that I would change about it. I mean, everybody has good days, everybody has bad days, but for me, I always told myself I always want to have a career that I don't feel like I'm going to work when I go there. Like, it's like I'm with another extended family and we're having a good time and we make the best of it, and we just know what comes with the territory of the job. So everything. My proudest accomplishment is my son. Oh, so the question was, what is my proudest accomplishment? I probably should read those. That would make sense. So I'm not just like saying a bunch of stuff and you guys are like, okay, but you never even told us the question, though. So I'm going to start doing that. So what's my proudest accomplishment? My son. He's just everything. So the question is, what did I want to be when I was small? So when I was smaller, obviously I looked up to like singers, so I wanted to be a singer. At one point I wanted to be a teacher, like everybody wanted to be a teacher. And then like I wanted to be a police officer. Like I remember being in like elementary school, that's what we call it here. I'm Canadian, so in Canada, like where I'm from, we call it elementary. I know in a lot of other places they call it like grade school or whatever, but we call it elementary school here. So I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yes, what do I want to be when I grow up? So I wanted to be a cop. We had this like police officer, and like I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. So there was like me and one other like child in the class, that in the whole school, a matter of fact, that was of African descent. So our police officer for like DARE used to come in, and she was a black woman, and I just always looked at her as being like so like powerful, and it wasn't very often you got to see a black woman in like a position of power like that. So that kind of stood out to me, and for the longest time I was like, I want to be a police officer because of her. One of my attainable things that I want to do in life, right? All right. What would I sing on karaoke night? So this is going to come as a little bit of a shock to some people, but me and my girlfriends used to always go to karaoke on like Thursday nights at like this little bar in the city that I live in, and we would do karaoke sometimes, and we would just go for like a little like drink, you know what I mean? And my favorite song to do karaoke to is, I'll never forget, one night as a dare, my friend dared me to, coming from work, and at the time I worked at Tim Hortons, yo. If y'all Canadian, you know what that is. So I had the whole uniform on, and I went into this bar thinking I was like the baddest, you know what, and I got up on stage and I sang Miley Cyrus' The Climb. So that kind of goes down in like history as one of my like go-to karaoke songs that I would like to sing. However, me and my girlfriends, like, we would sing a bunch of songs. That's just our character. That's just what we do. So probably no scrubs if I'm singing with a group of girls. But if I'm by myself, Miley, what up? Oh, if I could only eat one meal for the rest of my life, what would it be? Ooh, like, judging by my thickness, y'all know, like, I'm down with the foods. One meal, what would it be for the rest of my life? Probably, it's not even a meal. Probably just chips. Like, I am a chipaholic. Like, I love chips. Like, I could eat chips all day and not even put a meal in my mouth. That is terrible. I don't do it, guys. Like, you know what I mean? I'm currently, like, now trying to get myself on this, like, healthier lifestyle, like, but yeah, probably chips. I don't really have a favorite meal. I kind of just love food in general. So the next question is, have I ever had a nickname, and what is it? So as I said, like, my name is Charnel. So obviously, like, you know, anybody that has a name that starts with C-H-A-R, it's going to be Char. I have a bunch of different nicknames, some for appropriate reasons, some for not so appropriate reasons. I have, like, some of my friends call me Nella, C-Game, Charlicious, Char, anything like that. Like, yeah, I do. And what was the second half of the question? Yeah, that was it. So those are what the nicknames are. Next question is, do I like or dislike surprises, and why or why not? So I do like surprises. However, I am Inspector Gadget. So if I notice, like, I'm really big on body language. So if I notice people are moving funny, I usually can kind of figure out that, like, something is going on. Which I kind of hate about myself, but love at the same time, because in certain situations it comes in handy. But other situations, I kind of ruin my surprises for myself, so it's really hard to surprise me. So the next question is, who would I want to be stranded on a deserted island with? There is no thought into this whatsoever besides the fact that I've been obsessed with this person since I was younger and still am a ride or die fan, and I don't know what we're going to do on that island, but Nelly. Love, love, love Nelly. I love the way he looks. I love the way he sounds. I love his music. Like, I'm just all about it. Like, love, 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 love me some Nelly. So I'm going to take Nelly for my own selfish reasons. I'm sure some of y'all might know why. By the time we leave that island, we're probably going to have a new world. But I'm going to keep Nelly with me. For the thieves. So this question is kind of similar to the other question. If I could go back in time to change one thing, what would it be? As I previously stated, I wouldn't change anything because anything that happened before has made me who I am today. So I wouldn't go back in time and I wouldn't change anything because you know what they say, if it ain't a blessing, it's a lesson. So I've learned. And the blessings, they remain blessings. Sorry for me constant sniffling, guys. Like, my allergies are like heavy right now. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? So this question I kind of battle with myself about because I'm a little bit of both, I suppose. Like, I go through phases where, like, I'm a straight introvert and I want nothing to do with anybody. I just want to be low-key and chill with myself. But then I go through phases where I want to be uppity up and out and doing the most. So I think I'm a little bit of both. By nature, I'm a Sagittarius. So if y'all know Sagittarius, you know what's good. Like, we are naturally, like, outgoing people. Like, we are the wild child of the zodiac. So we're just dipping it and doing it. Like, that's just us. Like, you know, we're very unpredictable creatures. You know what I mean? We don't like to be held down. We like freedom, like a sense of freedom, you know? So it depends on the day. Depends on the day, guys. It really does. Alrighty. What was my first job? So my first job was, I worked at a bingo hall. Like, bingo is like really big, I guess, everywhere around the world. But like where I live, like, a lot of people enjoy to go to bingo and stuff. So my mom was one of those moms that loved her bingo. Like, she was a bingo bag, bro. And I say that in the most, like, best way. Like, she definitely, like, did her thing. Like, we were well taken care of, but she loved her bingo. So when I was 15, my mom hooked up your girl, and I had a job at the bingo hall. That was my very first job. I love that job, actually. Kind of made me come out of my shell a little bit because I was kind of shy for the first, like, little bit of my life, and then I became unshy. Like, I was just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Another question I had was, one of my friends actually sent this question to me, and she asked me, like, what would my friend say about me? What type of friend am I? Like, stuff like that. So her exact question was, what are you known for within your friend group? And so what I'm known for in my friend group is being a jokester, and I am always late, y'all. I don't know what happens. Like, I swear, I get ready, I know what time I have to leave, and it does not matter. I'm always late. I'm working on that. I really am, but I am known for being the late friend. So no one ever expects me to be on time. Chances are I'm never going to show up on time. I try my hardest. Like, I throw them off every now and again, and I'll pop through, like, be the first person there, like, yo, what good? But most of the time, I'm late, y'all. But I will say, in my everyday life, like for work, I am on time. I don't like to be late. I'm always there on time. But I think it's just a different vibe. When I'm going out with my girls, like, I'm really putting in that work to get ready. Like, I'm planning a whole outfit. Like, I'm keeping it on point at all times. But, like, when it comes to, like, going out with my friends, like, I have to put a little bit more effort into, like, what I'm going to look like. Not saying I look like a bum, you know, but when I go to work. But, you know, like, I keep it pretty, like, cool, like, copacetic. I don't really, like, do the whole beat, do the whole, you know, get up, plan the outfit. It's more like, these are my work clothes. I work at a hospital. I'm in, I'm out. Like, so I'm never late for work, but I am always late for events. Yeah, so, yeah. Another question I have is, do I have brothers and sisters? I actually do. I come from a really big family, so I have 5 sisters and 4 brothers, so that is like 11 siblings, I believe. 11 or 12, give or take. Can't be bothered to do the math right now. But, yeah. I lied to y'all. I lied. That was really bad math. I have 12 brothers and sisters. On one side, I have 5 sisters and 4 brothers. The other side, I have 2 sisters and a brother. So, yeah, I come from a pretty big family. I am the youngest of 12 siblings. So, yeah, that's how that cookie crumbles. So, that's all for, like, today's video. I just want to give you guys a little Q&A, a little get to know me, answer a few questions, kind of show you guys my vibe. So there will be lots of other videos. I'll be doing like vlogs, get ready with me, story time, you know, the whole how the cookie crumbles on YouTube, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to follow me, I'm fairly new to the game here, but my social media account, Twitter is Charlicious902, Instagram, Charlicious902, Snapchat, Charlicious, spelled CHARLICOUS. And I will have those up on the screen in a few places at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Keep it 100 always. And to my real girls and boys out there, be your authentic self always. Thanks for watching.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's